Hello and welcome to today's video. As you can see, I'm not alone in this video, and this is something about the changes I told you about in previous week's video. But this is Jaap, but that sounds a bit ugly in English, so we'll go for Jack.
Fine with me, yes.
So Jack is my boyfriend, and it feels weird to call you Jack and to talk in English to you. But we both love reading, and maybe you can introduce yourself. You can tell us how old you are and stuff like that.
So my name is Jaap in Dutch, which in English it is pronounced like a Jaap, which sounds like ape.
And it doesn't,
but I can understand it's difficult to pronounce and just give us odd feeling, Jaap. So if you can call me Jack or John, or Joey, anything that starts with a
J.
A J?
A J.
A J. That will be fine. And so I met Mirjam through a dating site, and I read she loved reading, and she was doing this silly, this insane book challenge, which was 365 books a year. So I was, oh, that's interesting, but I do not believe that she can read that many amount of books. So I wrote her a message. Do you include Donald Duck stories in your challenge? So, and lo and behold, she sent a message back, and yeah, she was cute and quirky and fun. So I said, let's meet up. So I jumped in the car, drove to her little village, and we met, and sparks flew, forest fire, everything. The whole,
well, luckily it wasn't a real forest fire. That would have been
disastrous.
Yeah, disastrous, because we were actually not really in a forest, but more like a park something.
Yeah, in Holland, this is a forest.
No, even in Holland, it was a park.
A park.
Because it's next to a castle and stuff like that. Yeah, a castle. And actually, I've told you this before, but if you're not a follower of my channel for a long time, our channel, I must say, we're going to tell you about that in a quick second. But he brought this book. That's true. On a date, on our first date, he brought me a book. I mean, that's the perfect gift a book lover can get, right? So it's The Innocence of Father Brown by G.K.
Chesterton.
G.K. Chesterton. And I loved it. There are actually more books in this series.
There are more books in the series. He wrote
and
a lot of short stories.
Yeah, well, that's something we can collect in the future. All the books, if we make a lot of money from our YouTube channel.
Maybe in a decade or four.
Something like that. They were both old and wrinkly.
Yes. You need to do a big leather edition of big book.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
They were old and grey.
But well, that's sort of our story.
Yeah. There's a lot more stories, so if you're interested,
let
us know in the comments. It's not behind the paywall. You don't have to be a Patreon. You don't have to buy all weird products.
So maybe we can do a more extended version of how we met and stuff like that. But for today's video, we'll just keep it this.
Yeah, short.
Short. And because I already mentioned it, our channel, we're going to do this together.
Yeah, I said it actually as a joke, but she's taking it way too seriously.
You didn't say it was a joke at all. You even wrote a review, which is going to be up next week. You even wrote a review of a book, and you were very excited about it. And now you're telling me you thought it was just a joke.
Yeah, and then I woke up on the second Christmas Day, Boxing Day in England, and I was a little bit, you know, what happens on Christmas Day. So next thing you know, I'm sitting in a chair doing a YouTube video, which I've never done.
Once.
On
my Dutch channel,
yes,
actually.
On the Dutch channel.
And that gave me a lot of new subscribers. So that's why we thought You would do it like this there.
Yeah.
But that's a joke, obviously. But if you want to subscribe to our channel, then go ahead. So the name of the channel is also going to be different. You've probably seen it, but well, actually, the previous name was Mirjam Reads 365 Books, and that is really outdated because that was in 2021, and I actually managed to do that. And I still owe you a video in which I tell you about all the books I read in 2021, so I might do that in the future. But from now on, the channel is going to be you came up with the name, so
Yeah,
you
Quirky. Yeah, the Quirky reading couple, because we're both we're a couple. We're reading and we're quirky, and I like that word.
Yeah, quirky is such a quirky word.
Yeah, there's not really a Dutch translation, precise Dutch translation for that word.
No, yeah.
And as, I think now is the time to tell it. Mirjam said to me, and I thought I spoke English rather well, but she said you speak American with a Dutch accent. So if I have also some problems with pronunciation. Do I pronounce that right? So
Yes.
if you hear me, so I'm now Scottish or an Irishman.
I don't know.
If you hear me mispronounce something, have a good laugh about it. Be jolly about it to stay in the Christmas spirit, and have a good laugh. And
Yeah. Well, my English isn't that perfect either. I make grammar mistakes, and when I'm editing the videos, I usually, no, you don't say it like that. But then I decide to just put it out like that because, well, if you're English, try to speak Dutch for an entire video.
Mm-hmm.
Good luck with that. So we're doing our best.
We do our best, yes.
And we just love to share some love for reading with you. And we both read quite a lot.
Yeah.
Our favorite thing to do, or at least my favorite thing to do, is to snuggle up on a couch and both read a book. That sounds like a date night to me. So, but we both read in different genres.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought it would be a nice way to share some love for all kinds of readers. I mean, there are quite a lot of you do love a mystery and crime books, and I'm not really into that, but you are into that.
Shame.
Well, it's not that I'm not into it, but I get scared quite easily, so I think that every noise in the house is a burglar or a murderer or...
A murderer?
Yeah. So, that's why I do not read those books just before bed. I get dreams and stuff like that.
Me too.
Yeah, but you don't bother.
No. I'm very brave.
You're very brave, yeah. Yes, you are. But and you're also like history books.
Yeah, I love suspense novels, mystery novels, crime. Love detectives. And is there a difference between a mystery and a detective novel in England?
I don't know.
It's called mystery crime solving, with the whole detective and detective teams. I do like a mystery, some gothic novels, something like that. Suspense. I do love history books. Books
is also fine.
And all sorts of fiction. I try to get into Tom Clancy books and something like that, because my dad used to love them, and Robert Ludlum, books of that, Frederick Forsyth books. Just couldn't get into them very much. So, but then I found out the mystery novels and I liked them a lot. However, I said Frederick Forsyth.
Your favorite
My
book?
favorite book, The Dogs of War. I just read it to shreds. So it's an old classic, but just to keep the story short, that are the kind of books I like. So if that's your kind of stuff,
you can just say books. You don't have to imitate my very posh, trying to sound British accent. You don't have to do that.
Okay,
so
thank you very much.
Say books.
So if that is your cup of tea, you are free to welcome me.
Yeah, and we hope you like the new way the channel is heading.
Yeah. And if not, you find you can find the unsubscribe button next to the subscribe button.
Don't say that.
Just something different, you know. You gotta be honest.
That's true. That's true. So if you like this and you're not a subscriber yet, then subscribe to the channel. Let us know in the future what you think of this thing we're going to do, and if you do have some book recommendations
yes,
for
absolutely.
one of us,
yes,
then
yes.
drop them in the
More than
comments.
welcome.
We absolutely love that. And well, as always, happy reading.